Oh, Jesus.
That's right now.
But baby, you got it facing me.
Okie dokie. You're recording. Have we show everybody?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, 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 yes. Welcome, welcome home. Helping us. Us. Welcome home. Helping us and our mission evolve. You on UBM Radio. Please, those that's tuning in, please call us at 312-754-4333. Once again, call in live at 312-754-4333. And for those who would like to go live with us and tune in on the radio, UBM Radio, urbanbroadcastmedia.com. Download the Urban Broadcast Media app now on the Apple App Store or the Google Play. Thank you once again for tuning in. We're ready to go. Waleed, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm so humbled and thankful to the Lord of creation for allowing me this chance to be of service to my brother and through you to his people.
Praise be to God. Rip, my man, Rip City, Big Peel. What's up, black man? The West Side coordinator for Eccsc. Rip, what's going on, black man? You got something to say to the people?
Let's get this on the road, man. Everything is everything. It's got to be.
Man, a few words, but once again, when he speak, you better believe him. Listen, I'm full today. Just the other day on my Can TV show, we talked about the juveniles, the Juvenile Justice Center, how they have our young men in those places housed with no bond. No bond. These are adolescents. These are youth. These are our children, our nephews, our cousins. And they sit in those centers on 11th and Hamilton with no bond, no representative. And that's acceptable. What I want to know is, how is it that, one, we have the prison industrial complex, which tend to dehumanize, demoralize, and isolate men from their families. Then now we have another center over there on Roosevelt that tends to isolate, dehumanize, and separate the child from his parents. What are we to do about that? Do we continue to watch that take place? And from what I understand, the state get $230,000 per bed. They get $230,000 per bed to house those young men because of whatever infraction. And for what I'm saying, a lot of the violations that rendered their bodies in captivity are minor offenses. So what do you think about that, Brother Waleed?
Well, Brother Tyrone, you know, our children are an indictment of ourselves. The apathy that allow our babies, our sons and our daughters, who God allowed to come forth from our own loins, to sit there and no one demonstrates the genuine love and concern for our own children. It really is an indictment of those who want to be looked at as an elder. It's an indictment. You know, I gotta say this. You know, this problem, its root is this enemy's teaching of us regarding Jesus. Because he told us we can do whatever the hell we want to do, and at the end of the day, we're going to go up in the sky, and we're going to be in a sweet by and by. Well, let me ask you, beloved Christian listeners, if God intended for you to live forever, as my teacher, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, asked the question, then why on this earth did he give you reproductive organs if you yourself gonna live forever? Answer that. So your children are in fact you into the future. So you sentence your own future to death and demise, but not looking after that which the Lord God gave you through your own womb, through your own loins. It's an indictment.
And the consequences of our actions or our miseducation or our misapplications of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding has rendered our children punishable.
Brother, you know, there's a thing in law that they call, not guilty by reason of insanity. Look at our community. It's not a community of sane people. It's a community of crazed people. Again, my teacher said this. He said, all of us are crazy. He said, how can you be sane in an insane world? He said, it's just that some of us can handle our insanity better than others. So our children are insane because we're insane. The institutions that train us are insane. They're against God. That's insane. So what do you expect from insanity except insanity begets insanity? So our little babies are running around. They don't even expect to live past 25, bro. You out on the grind every day. Rip, you on the grind every day. These babies are kamikaze pilots.
Yeah.
They look to expect suicide. They look to do it. They gonna crash into something and knowing they ain't coming out. That's a kamikaze pilot, brother.
Well, what you're saying then is that the ball has been dropped on these children. The ball was dropped on me by my father, and Eccsc refused to allow the ball to be dropped on those children. That's why we bring this issue up. Because if we sit back as men who are males claiming to be men, then we do nothing about what is happening to our boys, our babies, and our girls. See, no one really say anything about those girls.
Yes, sir.
Right now. Our daughters are sitting in those cells as well. And we sit back at men, we not even able to protect our daughters. We already don't protect our women. And some women feel they don't even should be protected because they've been taught to protect themselves. So when you make an effort to protect them, they think you crazy or soft. So man, brother, just the daughters, Wally.
You know, what man, as you said, allow his woman, man is that? See, again, because we don't understand history, and our enemy told us that history is not important, we don't see that we're modern slaves. We make babies for our enemies. We make babies for our oppressors. So what does he do? He take your baby and he makes him what? A ward of the state. Or he trumps up some garbage charge and then he incarcerates them, indoctrinates them to what? The prison industrial complex. And now he got a new slave. All in the name of it's legal. Legal ain't moral.
Yeah,
it's not moral.
And legal don't necessarily mean it's right. Who create the laws? Who legislate policies? Who deem what a person do as wrong and what another do as right? Listen, after the day, I might not be on a radio show.
What?
Because you're going to have to expose some of these people who do that. We don't have to even say their names. But the fact that they exist
You don't have to expose them, brother. We on a Christian radio.
So truth shall set them free.
The prophet saw Negroes. See, this is the problem. We read the scriptures from Genesis to Revelation, and we think it's talking about somebody else.
Wow.
See, the problem is you don't know that when you pick up your Bible, you're looking in the mirror at your own self. This is your problem, black people. So you can't even see you fulfill the scripture from Genesis to Revelation. That you don't think they saw Negroes? Well, if you don't think they saw the most powerful country that existed in the last 6,000 years, America?
Is that symbolic for Pharaoh?
Oh, brother, wait a minute. Didn't God promise the children of Israel that he would come and visit them on account of their taskmaster, Pharaoh?
He sure did. According to the book.
So if you already here and you omnipresent, then what you coming for? See, we got to deal with the reality of God, which will allow us the power to solve our problems. The reason we can't solve our problems, brother, is because we operate from a spooky mentality.
Looking in space.
Oh, we think somebody's up in the clouds, even though the master said that he was coming back. But what about the people he was talking to? Where's the Roman soldier? Are they up in the sky too? See, the Bible needs to be understood, because if we understood it, we won't allow our children to suffer the way they suffer. So you incarcerate somebody and then you turn around and don't care. Wow.
See, home, once again, helping our mission evolve. What is that mission? To put an end to the prison industrial complex.
Prison reform.
Prison reform. Social, cultural evolution. Manhood training to bring our boys into the true understanding of who they are.
Brother, let me tell you something.
Yes, sir.
What you're doing, Rip is doing, and others are doing, it is so important to our society. Our women outnumber black men 8-1. They're now having to fall down on themselves because they don't even see a man nowhere in sight. Wow. The enemy got the brother's hair longer now than women's hair.
And earrings.
And now we got evidence scientifically that through the hormones, he now is tampering with the very nature of the man, the very nature of the female. So now you're confused. You say, well, I was born that way, baby, and that's just the way it is. But they not lying. Because the mother was injected with hormones to make a male child now act and develop female hormones in the name of estrogen. I'm going to be quiet on this note. You know, that water bottle that you all love to drink so much, you know, that plastic has estrogen in it. And the enemy is so wise, he takes that water bottle, he lets it sit in the warehouse, in the sun, in the heat. And that sun and that heat breaks down the chemical composition of that water bottle. And then you as a man, you drinking estrogen and wondering why you got breastises. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to offend y'all because we are in the name of the Lord. But the Lord did say, how can they know except they have a teacher? And how can they have a teacher unless he be sent? So teach means to show. It don't mean to believe in that which you can't see. So how could you have a teacher if he can't show you what the truth is? See? We got to get out of that spooky stuff. I'm sorry, brother.
No, brother, that's why you here. You're not the co-host for nothing. You know what you're talking about, I believe in what you say, and you're well studied. This is no joke. There's no fluke what we doing. We Eccsc represent the future, hope, and prosperity of our families, our women, our children, our communities. And get on board. Please call us at 312-754-4333. That's 312-754-4333. Listen, my brother Rip is on the left. He's been quiet. I want him to introduce himself to the people and let him tell y'all what his objective is as he understand the West Side to be and what Eccsc under his leadership can offer that side, which is all Chicago. We just need to understand that we all have to take on a particular side and go to work, because this work is so broad that I can't be out west. I can't be out north. I can't be east. And we come in New Jersey, we come in Atlanta, we come in ECCSC LA, ECCSC Dallas, we come in DC, Memphis, we come in Indiana, Ohio, Rockford, we got you too. So go ahead, Rip, talk to the people a little bit.
Okay, well, I don't really wanna, like, man, all of us have been to a lot of these type of tables, man. I'm not gonna lie, Ty, man. And you heard this from me before, I'm so tired. Some of the best orators that came before us, so we know that talking is not gonna get it done.
That's right.
There's nothing I can put together that's gonna top anything Malcolm X has done. There's nothing that I can put together that's gonna top anything Nat Turner have done. There's no conversation that I can put together that's gonna top any conversation that Denmark Vesey have put together, Marcus Garvey has put together, Muhammad Ali. So the wheel has been established. I don't want to keep talking about the wheel. I don't want to keep diagnosing problems. You know, we good at that. All of us, we got this, we are scientists at diagnosing the problem. Everything everybody's saying is very correct. At different points, different teachers offer certain things, and I'm sure as a lot of us can understand at a certain point, a certain individual said, well, I'm not going to bring you this. You'll get that when the next person comes. I'm here to bring you this right now. We're not going to be able to give them all the history. We're not going to be able to give them all the math. We're not going to be able to give them all the science. We just need to stick to the wheel. We don't have to reinvent it. We don't have to bring nothing new. Stick to the wheel. A lot of these, I'm not interested in, and it's just for, just to put it out there about what the forte of ECCSC. It's not about likes. It's not about views. It's not about, what the good things people can say about us. I'd rather sit down and let's juggle around talk about some solutions to the problems. The problem is what it is. Like I said, everybody has a list of what the problem is. A child, we can bring a child in here right now, and a child can give you a book about what the problem is. We can bring his mother here, and the mother can give you another book about what the problem is. We can bring the father in, so everybody knows what the problem is. Who knows a suitable solution? Everybody has solutions as well, but who knows the suitable solution that applies for the time of now? That's what the key is. This is what ECC has been put on. We have been put on the shelf. We've been stored away for this thing. The fight is here, man. The fight is here. The fight is here. We are behind schedule. We have been sitting on our hands. I have given some portion of my life away to the system. Ty have given a portion of his life away for the system. And what me and another individual was sitting back talking about the other day was who also had given a portion of their life. Actually, these are the type of people that I vibe with. I mean, now I want to be honest with you. If you haven't been incarcerated, or if you haven't had any type of encounter with the powers that be from a standpoint of you establishing your space and they trying to invade your space, you won't understand me.
Hold that thought, Rip. We're about to take a commercial break. People, come right on back and give us a call. 312-754-4333. That's Urban Broadcast Media. Thank you. Come on back.
O is on. About to drive up. And Kevin and Luke.
Keep it on.
Not yet. He said he's on 63rd.
Yeah, he can grab when you come in.
Could I call him now?
Well, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we still lying there, but you can.
And there.
And So it's they like so we off camera. These are the best talks.
Yeah,
a lot of times.
he kept calling me and I couldn't. I told him I couldn't answer. I was texting him. Let me call you real fast. I just tell him.
Now, Muhammad, what's up, soldier?
Yeah, how you looking? Where you at?
Give me one, bro.
It's on. No, 4120.
4108.
4108.
Right.
4108. No, actually, it's on the side where the traffic going south on that little by that little side street. It look like a.
Tell them put that bogus Google Maps in.
It look like a mansion, but it got the sign on UBM or something like a house, but it's been hooked up to, to be it got UBM on the front of it.
He live in Chicago.
Yeah.
He don't know where he
West
going.
side. Yeah, it's on the west side, exactly. The side where the traffic going south.
Tell them I'll be at the door, man.
Somebody be out there.
Right.
Tell them somebody be out there for him.
You gotta get in that far lane though. Right after 41, get in that far lane to the right, and then you'll see it right there, right after 41.
Tell them just put the address in.
Oh, you coming from south? Yeah. So yeah, you gotta. It'll be to your left then.
He ain't out there now.
40. You right there, where? Where you at? $41.08. Yeah, soon you walk, but you gonna see the signs out front. All right. I don't know why I kept saying 4120. Why did I say that? Hold on. Let me see. What did I text him?
This is UBM Radio on urbanbroadcastmedia.com. Call us at 312-754-4333. That's urbanbroadcastmedia.com. Call us at 312-754-4333. I'm your host, Tyrone Muhammad, inviting you home. Listen, we've already got started on the hot debate, or shall I say not debate, but conversation. But these issues have been debated. And it's like Riff said, in order to save yourself, sometimes you almost have to go to the depths of hell, and come out of it in order to see clear. And I always thought that when we was constructing Eccsc, we knew we didn't want to hide behind who we were. We wanted to be transparent. We knew that we wasn't considered citizens. We never felt like citizens in the communities that we came from. So when we used to hear those terms, returning citizens and the formerly incarcerated, like it separates us from where we came from and who we left behind and who we are now, formerly, So these language and terms, I wonder where they came from. These terms, these languages, and if we buy into these terms and we buy into these languages and these ideas of us, then it's like, what in the world do we do if we don't construct the narrative for ourselves, Wally? So, Eccsc for Community and Social Change, we knew we wanted to create a platform for the brothers who I believe when I left, they read everything, they wrote all the time, and they always had an idea about God, self, and others. And our condition and circumstance that made us uniquely qualified to serve our people. If we don't go through what we go through, or if you haven't gone through what we've gone through, then how are you to know the best formula or the best solution for our people? In other words, there are people giving 90, 100 million, 200 million to solve violence problem in Chicago. But the guys that's on the street, like the brothers here, what's up, O?
How you doing, bro?
Good to see you. O, put ex-cons to work. That's the part of Eccsc. He put ex-cons to work, and he do it with ingenuity. He do it with ingenuity, and he do it with his own grit and effort. We're not sitting around here waiting on. We're not sitting around here waiting on some benevolent white man, or we're not sitting around here waiting on politicians, legislators, and so-called black millionaires and billionaires to save our life, because they haven't done it yet. We got to hold their feet to the fire, Wally. What you got to say about any of the information I just said?
Well, bro, I'm like Rip. I'm like you. I may not have given my time, and that's the only thing I disagree with, Rip. You didn't give your time. It was taken from you. They took your time, brother. They took your time. I think that what we need to do more than anything is to break down the things that keep us divided from one another.
Yes, sir.
Which you can't do that without some explanation. Things have to be explained. My teachers say that explanation brings understanding, and understanding brings unity in the end. Ain't no damn unity without no understanding, and there is no understanding without explanation. So it's not so much that you want to hear a whole lot of solutions, because ain't none. If you ain't coming out the books that was written in advance that saw our problem and offered a solution, then you ain't got no solution. We often think that a solution means to turn right back around to the same bastard that incarcerated us, enslaves us, and torment us. That ain't no damn solution. That's just a fool manifesting his ignorance. God ain't say nothing about no damn turn around and go back to your oppressor. He said, come out of her. That means our idea, our mind, our spirit has to be to make our own. If you ain't on that, then you just another damn fool. That's all it is. Show me where we were supposed to integrate somewhere. Well, let's act like them. The same people that tormented us, enslaved us, incarcerated us, we're going to turn around and emulate these people? Who's the crazy one? Us or them? Yeah. So no, brother. What we need to do is come together, take all the titles off, all the things that keep us away from one another. What you do, what Rip do, what brother do, and us, what we do. This is an absolute therapeutic solution to our community. Our women hurt. Our children are fatherless. Man, it's so noble. Eccsc is so noble. And there's a whole army waiting to what? Come home. A whole army. So it's on us to make a way for them so that when they do come home, they stay home. Which is what? One of your tenants, which is what? Well, I can't even say the damn word.
To
man.
reduce
What's the word, brother?
To reduce recidivism.
Thank you, Rip. I can't even say
that's
it.
all right.
I hate to say the damn word.
Said it right.
I'm sorry, y'all. I know it.
Download.
Bleep me.
Download the UBM on UBM. Download the UBM app, free UBM app on Apple Store and Google Play. Please do that. Listen. Once again, I said I got my brother. He come through. And we got a whole bunch of other soldiers out there ready to step up and be men and take charge of their communities and themselves. We had to take charge of ourselves in order to understand that there needed to be solutions. Man, Wiley, I'm so tired of sitting in these meetings with so-called bourgeoisie black folks who have education, and a few little dollars. and act as though they are the prophets of the community.
Yeah.
But they never, none of what they do ever seem to trickle down to the grassroots organizations that actually cry, bleed, suffer, and listen to the prayers or cries of those that's on the ground.
No, they are prophets. Profits. Prophets. They benefit off of our misery, our ignorance, and our lack of unity.
Let me get in. Let me pick it back off this one.
Go
Off
ahead.
what you just said, Ty.
We're gonna lay them back off of it.
I like to deal with mindsets instead of actions, because if you always try to troubleshoot a person's action and figure them out, you will be chasing an ambulance. Tomorrow I might feel like stealing the car. Today I might feel like shooting somebody. The next day I might feel like going to the mall boosting. The mindset. Ty, you cannot be upset with those people. They doing what they're supposed to do. They who they are.
Yes, sir.
And that's another thing. We got to stop being upset with these people for being who they are, man. It's their system. They're supposed to be in the position they trying to be in and fighting for it to keep our head under water. We got to honor and respect that. What we're supposed to do is take a page out of their book and do the same we're supposed to do for our people. You see my point? Don't be mad that the laws is made a certain way. Who made them? They made them. Why are you mad? If me and you have a situation, if I have a business, I'm going to tailor everything about the business the way I want the business to be ran.
No question.
You the employee, you going to have problems with my business. Of course, you the worker. This is really not for you. You are here for a certain amount of time to do a certain amount of service for a certain amount of money. The fruition of this thing lies in my hands. There's a conflict between the company and the employee. There's always going to be a conflict. I'm here for the betterment of the company. You here for the betterment of you. You can't be mad because I got you here working for $7 an hour. You came here to get the job. You see my point? I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. As the company, I got to keep your head underwater in order for my thing to shoot through the roof. As an employee, you got to see that, hey, that don't work for me. And so this is what we do, man. We keep constantly chasing our tail, always fighting with the white man. Oh, they doing what they supposed to do. Stop being mad at them people. Let them be who they are. This is what they want to do. They're not gonna meet us in the middle. They're not gonna try to be equal with us. They're not gonna like us. In the end, you know what they're here for. The mindset. Correct your mindset. No longer them days of me getting mad and upset with them about what they supposed to do for them to stay in a position of influence. They supposed to do that. If we get a business, I want us to be. If DLP and MIK and ECC, I want all of us to get to the top. So whoever got a problem with that, I don't care. You see what I'm saying? So we can't be mad that they keeping us out of the streamline of the resources and starving our women, starving our children, and starving our elders out. We got to do what the fuck we got to do. Don't listen to the language, listen to the message. We got to do what we have to do. The reason why we mad at them, you know the reason why we mad at them? Because we ain't doing what we supposed to do.
Praise God. I preach. Listen, man.
The reason why we mad at them people, because we not doing what we supposed to do as black men. And you can talk how you want to talk. You can jump in what kind of car you want to jump in. You're not functioning as the man you need to be to protect these children, protect these women, and make sure our elders is not living in a community of imprisonment. You not. I don't care how slick you look, what you driving, and none of that. And like I say, if our action is to be mad at them people, that's a clear indicator to me that you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Because if you was doing what you're supposed to do, to get in position to make sure that you resource, you ain't got to give us nothing. We're going to take it. We're not walking around here asking the wife, asking nobody, hey man, would you like me?
That's right.
I'm tired of knocking on your door. You're not open. Please like me.
That's right.
Let me in. No, you're not going to catch me doing that. You're not going to catch me doing that. Eventually, after I'm trying to get what I want and you're not giving it to me, I'm going to take it. I have no problem with taking what I'm supposed to have. That's the mentality we supposed to have. We're not doing it. We still trying to be diplomatic, and democratic with people who telling you,
Beat it.
Well,
get the F home.
Good job, Rip. My thing is, I'm not just focused on, you know me, Wally. I don't care about what they're doing. I care about what we allow those who claim to be a part of our community is doing. The sellout game been going on forever.
Right.
They can't function without gatekeepers, bro.
There you go.
Yep.
They can't
There you
function,
go.
what Rip's saying about them focusing on the white man, what they do, but they can't function without these individuals.
Exactly.
I don't care if I don't have a show or a life after what I say. You cannot allow your elders or those in authority over your community who sit in private rooms and circle with these individuals to never allow any of the wealth and resource or the knowledge to trickle down. At some point, we have to stand up and say enough is enough. You take your bag, you take whatever you got, and you get the hell out of our community. Because you go over there with them since you're doing their bidding. At some point, you got to say that. I ain't sitting out since I come home. I ain't having waited on nobody to give me nothing. I've created, I took it, I've done whatever I'm supposed to do as a man to try to save and push an agenda forward. I told those brothers when I left prison that I'll be back. I'm not wavering from what it is that they represent and what they asked me to do and what I gave my word to Allah that I would do for them. And I'm going to go out and stand on that, and it's going to be, I'm going to put it, and it's going to be transparent, ex-cons. Because we exit everything you say we were, and we are different. We're going to use what you've given us or the title you placed on us, and we're going to make it for good. Not like that other word they use that somebody else created, that we try to make good and speaking to one another with. I'm talking about literally. We're not cons of our community. We're not cons of our people. We're not cons of ourselves. We accept everything. And our ideas are more conservative than anybody realizes. Because we stand before you as formerly incarcerated men and we say, we're going to deal with it on our own. You can come in partnership with us to help us make it through, or we'll move you out the way and we'll create it. And after this, I'm going to tell you a solution to what it is that we're going to be doing, and you're going to see, because we're mobilizing black men, strong men, to do just that. So, Wally, real quick, before we go on break, you got to comment on any of the thing Rip said or I said.
Well, I would just like to say real quick before we go into break is very important, as Rip said, and as you're saying. See, we have to be able to have the wisdom to make the symmetry and take things that seem different and show that they're the same thing. We don't have time to condemn white people. See, I don't have to say them people because I'm telling you what's happening. That's a waste of time. My teacher said he'll make us so wise that person will be like a piece of string on your baby finger that you won't even know is there until you look at it. We don't have time to waste with them. This ain't about condemnation them. But what we also have to understand is that there are many of our people who are in love with our enemy. Mm-hmm. See? And which is why what you're saying is so important. Those gatekeepers, they love our oppressor. Mm-hmm. And because they love our oppressor, the oppressor's trying to get our blood off of his hand. He gives these gatekeepers resources. Mm-hmm. But the gatekeeper don't fear us like he fear them. Exactly. So he takes the resources for self-aggrandizement. He enriches himself. Mm-hmm. But the Bible says, and I love the scriptures because ain't nothing happening today that the prophets didn't see. I think it's a fool that don't acknowledge the scriptures. Woe to the shepherd who feeds himself and not the flock. See, God said he'll make the flock stop feeding from the mouth of the shepherd. Well, you're looking at that now.
Hold that thought, Wally. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, people. Stand by.
I need the charger. I need the charger. I do.
need a shirt.
No, I don't. No. You keep it up there.
Yeah, make sure he can get in that mic right there. Don't need to come over, so
This when is over there. Yeah. Well, he steady calling me.
well, they got it there. Not over it. Dollar late, dollar short. They gonna miss their check. They gonna miss their check, and I ain't got nothing for them. You gonna keep being late? You show up for the white man job like that, watch what happens. But we show up for each other. Oh. What's up? Oh, raise them up. Yeah, all down. You mind? Is the check come up? Oh?
Yeah, we are.
Here, trade with me. Trade with me.
But how far are you?
You can get that one. You got that one?
Yeah, that would be better.
8 o'clock.
Well, we got callers online.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, I'll bring you up to speed.
We got callers on.
Yeah, at 8 o'clock.
Oh, you got calls coming?
I'm asking, do we got callers on?
Nah, he'll let you know when the call is coming.
8:05, we're gonna begin with you. But yeah, we all make it past 8. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you might as well say that gas, man. Alright, you're gonna leave. Alright.
He don't really need them, but it's just so he can hear himself feedback. So he can use yours to speak. Y'all can split it. Yeah.
Good?
Welcome back. Once again, I'm Tyrone Muhammad. Eccsc presents Home. Tune in at urbanbroadcastmedia.com. Tune in on urbanbroadcastmedia.com and download the free UBM app on Google Play and Apple App Store. That's that free UBM app on Google Play and Apple App Store. Sorry about that, people. Hope you got it. Tune in, and if you would like to call in and leave your opinion, your comments, your suggestions, that's 312-754-4333. That's once again 312-754-4333. We would like to hear your statement or comment. Please call in. Wally, you were saying.
Well, I think that the points being made are really profound, and I think that the listening audience is really getting a blessing to hear from men, you know, who have been forced to live a certain way of life, but because of those circumstances have grown into a great respect and appreciation for life, who really don't believe in wasting time and really don't believe in wasting words. And I think that the passion that my brothers bring to this endeavor is what our community needs. I think that the listening audience should wrap themselves around this organization and find ways to support you, Brother Tyrone and Rip and O and the other soldiers, because as we mentioned last week, where a man's heart is, therein also lies his treasure. So you can't say you love your community and then don't support those men who you know are doing good work. There you go. These are not thieves, they did that. These are not hustlers, they've been through all of that. That's why the word X is there. X don't not only mean formally, but it also means unknown. Here are men who are looking to find out, not for themselves, because they know who they are, but they want you to know, because the enemy made you think one way about our brothers. he stigmates them with this label, X. What the hell is that? This is your baby brother. This is your uncle. This is your nephew. This is your father. How the hell are you going to let somebody call your own people X? Are you crazy? You should find how to help my brother. This organization needs help. What he was saying is that you got these people who sit over help and will be damned if they'll help you with a damn thing, except to enrich themselves and see how they can pimp you.
There you go.
That's all. This is a more sophisticated pimp game.
Absolutely.
It's a pimp game.
Man, yeah, that's it.
Or they sitting on the resources. You Negroes, sitting up in your lofty places with these fake titles. Reverend this, doctor this, that, and the third. How the hell you a doctor and the people sick as hell? You a reverend, you want to be revered, you want to be respected, but you don't have no work behind your name. You scared to come out your damn house.
And businessmen and developers as well.
Look, how you a businessman? You got 21 different offices. Oh, any resemblance to anybody who is alive that got an office downtown, damn sure ain't a coincidence. You 21 offices all over America. You supposed to be over, what is it? Violence prevention? And you ain't nowhere to be found in the community? What a mockery. No, we don't have to waste time trying to pull the cover. God is going to do that. He is doing that. But what we need to do is come together, settle our differences, and watch the God enrich us with what we need to do to make a difference in our community, man.
You said one thing. When you bring these brothers together, I got 21 years, my name 24. And I can tell you just the group, a number of guys that's a part of Eccsc. We got probably 10,000 years in prison. 10,000. I got 21. What you got, Rip?
10.
10. How many you got, O?
4.
He got 4. When you get to adding up these numbers, bro, and them systems and trying to be able to tell our shorties that this is what we doing, this is what's going on, you don't want to do that. Who best to tell them and guide them than us? After we have changed our lives and gave back to society because we destroyed society, we felt that it's our job to give it back. And it's doing good work out west. We're putting brothers to work, man, and got the contract, doing the contracting, construction and everything. Tell them for yourself what you do, man, and what you trying to contribute to society, man, from your position.
Well, first of all, it just feels good to be among some brothers, real brothers.
Yes, sir.
I've been out here fighting, and that gatekeeper thing is real. As guys that I mobilized and I thought was there, and they just house nigga gangsters. They're gangsters, but they house nigga gangsters. That's what we face. It's a problem. It's a real problem. From the block to the boardroom, from the governor down, they use the streets to control good men and good work like us. I'm talking about where you can lose your life. Yeah. And it's ordered from the governor to the mayor to those politicians. They pitch us against each other. So it's real. It's real and it's controlled and it's pimped for real. So we live in it every day. You think you out, but you have to almost stay there just to stay alive, to fight for black people. It's real.
I appreciate the work you do, man. I appreciate the work Rip do, and I know the frustration. And Rip told me, I'm kind of happy my brother home. We talked about this while I was in prison. While he was out here fighting, trying to deal with them gatekeepers, him and O. They had already been through that fight and struggle. And some of the reason I moved the way I moved because I heard the stories already.
Yes, sir.
I moved the way I moved. If I tell you, and I never shared this with y'all, how many times people call my phone and try and threaten my life? Man, you need to shut up. I don't even talk about that. You know why? Because I don't fear that. They ain't threatening. You gonna do what? Man, come on, I've been dead. I wasn't supposed to make it past 16. Are you for real? And then we get caught up in a concrete coffin, and I lose 21 years of my life. And you have to serve that time by yourself in that darkness, man. and try to figure out something. And then when your brother come home and try to serve y'all and help y'all, you fight against that as though we some cowards or some punks.
There you go.
We only don't do nothing crazy because we love you and we want the best for ourselves and the community, and we no longer want to hurt or do anything to our people.
There you go.
So believe me, we're going to stand against those who are in opposition to our people's rise.
There you go.
Go ahead. Anybody else want to speak on that?
Yeah, just the other day, I was talking to a brother that's supposed to have a little juice who jumped into the ring, really not knowing what's going on, how politics work and how they're using them. And he I guess he called himself standing on me because they told him to stand on me. You know, I'm not even in that arena like that.
Right.
So I have to let him know before I compromise or before I let you compromise the liberation of the people, you will have to kill me.
Right.
Because you ain't gonna never stand on me. You can't stand on Shorty now. So what makes you think you gonna stand on me? And I'm doing God's work. So I'm gonna die for this, you know, so it's that environment. But, you know, I often ask folks, why and how does police just shoot people down and get away with it?
Of course.
How do they do it?
I know how.
Because law protects them,
Exactly.
right? And they fear, our politicians fear the unions, the FOP, the other unions that fund them. So one of the number one fights is, how do we make them fear us?
Because you cannot, I'm just going to tell you straight up, you cannot kill my son dead in the street without no consequence.
Period.
I'm not, listen, man,
Period.
this is for real.
Besides that, I'm on
Yeah.
that too. Besides that, how do you make the politicians who make policy fear us? We have to be that union. We have to get those strong men and let them know, y'all got to come back to the community. These politicians have an office in the community, but we don't have them no law. We don't have an agenda for them. The people with the powers in the people. So what we're trying to do is build that army so we can get that power within the people back. So that's how it goes.
Listen, you got formerly incarcerated men all over the world. I get called from Switzerland. I get called from Australia. I get calls from, man, listen, Germany, man. I'm telling you, your little brother get calls from Germany talking about, man, can we do Eccsc Australia? Man, that's crazy. I never imagined that. Because, man, it's oppression. It's prisons everywhere. The world itself is a prison. And everybody is a part of Eccsc. Come out your prison and fall in and join Eccsc. Go ahead, Wally.
Well, hey, brother, I'm happy to be here with my brothers who are real soldiers, and to look at you and to feel your energy and your spirit. This is what our community needs. And this is why it's such a blessing to be with the soldiers. Because the soldiers, everybody not rolling with the soldiers. Everybody not rolling. It's a lot of talkers, Rip.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of talkers, bro. But this ain't about talking. Talk is over with. Say, be ye doers of the word, not be ye talkers of it. This is about doing. And with these politicians, I just want to advance one thought. Our politicians fear and seek to do the bidding of those that fund their campaigns. Now, I know a Negro will say, well, y'all don't support me, y'all don't help me raise no money. No, we don't. Because really the truth is, you ain't over nothing except a liquor store. And you might have something to do with a precinct commander, if you got one in your ward. That's a false illusion of power and authority. Let me prove my point. Think about Chinatown. Who's the ornament of Chinatown? Where at?
We don't know.
You know who that is?
Who?
Where at?
You don't know.
It ain't Wing Lee, is it?
Who is he?
Chong Ching Ching? Where he at? You don't know who it is. Because their unity makes a politician and alderman really irrelevant and obsolete.
That's right.
See, it's our unity that we need. I looked at a man in Poland years ago named Lech Wałęsa. Saladesnik. He had 1 million people with him. But when them people came to arrest Lech Wałęsa, 1 million people didn't come out in them streets. They shut it down when they shut him down. So numbers don't mean nothing neither. What means something is this. The heart don't mean the organ that pumps blood. Heart is the core, the seat of your thinking, where your emotions, your ideas, your morals, your values, where they sit. That's your heart. That's why these men here are invaluable to our community, because they got the right heart. That's all I got to say, bro.
Well, listen, this going to go on every week. Every week you're going to see a whole army of Eccsc and soldiers standing back there behind us. It ain't going to be a need for a backdrop, because we're going to see how we can fit 100 men in this room. That's what it's going to be about. When you see these brothers here in a rotation on the... See, when I'm not here and able to host, they're going to be here and able to host. Because the motto is the same. We want better for our people. We want better for our communities. We want better for ourselves, man. What dignity is it for a man to be able to feed, house, and clothe his family and take care of his community? So thank you all for tuning in. Remember, www.eccsc.info. Visit and come on back next week. Same time, same channel. UBM. Peace.